What I suggest you doing is putting your artwork next to your rubric so that you can read through each area and grade yourself. I'm going to use a green colored pencil so that you can see what I'm circling. I'm going to occasionally circle something that might not match just so you know what that looks like. So folding the paper, you're going to read through these and decide how well you did on folding the paper. If you had no mistakes folding the paper, then you can go ahead and circle the words that go under the excellent or for column. Then we're going to go in the name in the triangle, so you might need to pull that back out and check that. Name in the triangle has good bubble style letters. They fill and touch the triangle edges. The good or 3 level is the letters mostly fill the space. So if you're kind of in between, you need to decide, did you do an excellent job or a good job? And then if you need to go down the line, you can. So I'm going to circle here. I did touch all the space and I did fill up the triangle. Flipping and sliding the name. Did you trace the name in pencil originally correctly in all those spaces? Does it look correct even now? If you did, obviously you can circle the excellent column. If you had one mistake, then you want to go to a good column, or 2 mistakes, 3 mistakes, 4 or more mistakes. Color scheme. Did you write it below? This should be on your study guide, or your learning guide, but if you want to go ahead and write it again here, that would help me. So I'm just going to write cool colors because that was the color scheme that I did. Did I color those in the positive and negative spaces? I did that excellent. Value in the letters. So did I show value? Do I have 8 or more values? That is an excellent. If I have 5 to 7 values, that's good. 3 to 4 values, fair, and 2 values is poor. If you have no value, maybe you forgot to add it all together, then you would circle the 0, not at all. So if I look, and I'm just going to kind of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, some of it's the space, but this has a bigger space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So maybe in this case, I'm going to go ahead and give myself a good, because maybe I could have done a few more values than I have shown here. Did I follow all the project directions? Did I do my best, and did I go above and beyond what was asked of me? So maybe some of you added some patterns inside of here while still following the directions. That would definitely go in the excellent. I followed all the directions and I did what was asked. I didn't really do any extra. So I'm going to give myself a good for that area. Neatness or craftsmanship. So we've talked about this before, but is your work very neat? Is it neat? Is it mostly neat, somewhat neat, or it's not neat? I would say my work is very neat. Questions on the back. So what you're going to do here also is on the back of the rubric there are some questions and you'll need to answer these. So what color scheme did you choose? Again, you're going to write that and then list the color. So this is just a repeat of what was already on your learning guide, so you can even copy what you have written in this space down here will go on this space up here. And then I want you to evaluate what was the most difficult part of this assignment and tell me why. Okay? And what did you do the best? What part was the best for yours and tell me why? And then what would be your final letter grade on this assignment and explain why you think it should be that letter. So once you fill those out and I check those, you're going to grade yourself on how well you answered the questions. So an A or an excellent in that area would be I answered all the questions completely with excellent explanations. If you answered them all and you had a good explanation, that would be good. If you answered most of them and had a fair explanation, that would be a fair. And I did not answer all the questions and or did not explain much would be a 2. And then I did not answer the questions and had no explanations. I would be a 0 or a not at all. You're going to turn this in with your artwork and your learning guide. So you will have three things to give me. All 3 of these need to go in the grading box before you are completely finished with the assignment.